This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, a slim front pocket wallet available in carbon fiber and titanium. With more than 250,000 sold, a lifetime guarantee and free shipping, get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH at ridgewallet.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Monday means it's Modern Monday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and today we have a pretty interesting, super spicy, mostly budget-friendly list to look at. This is a deck I'm calling Glorious Pacts. So in the past, we've played Chance for Glory, but this deck is kind of taking it a very different Mardu-y direction, and it looks pretty interesting. It comes to us from Misui Kuji, who took it to a undefeated finish in a small Japanese tournament. So congrats to Kuji on a really sweet deck. A quick reminder before we break down Glorious Pacts for Modern. If you enjoyed this deck and you want to see it made into videos, take a minute, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. So before I jump into the deck, gotta point out, this deck is somewhat budget friendly. So you can see $200 in paper, 56 ticks online, and this is kind of reflected in some of the card choices, especially in the mana base. So keep that in mind. Some of the cards in this deck probably not 100% optimal, but it's still a pretty functional and sweet build of this deck. So anyway, let's talk Glorious Pacts, and the Glorious part of the deck. You've seen this one before. We played it on Against the Odds. Chance for Glory. So extra turn spell for 3 mana also gives your creatures indestructible. The problem is, at the beginning of your extra turn's end step, you just lose the game. So this is a deck that is built around minimizing the drawback of losing the game, and the sweet thing about this deck is it goes very far down the you lose the game plan. So along with Chance for Glory, we also get 2 copies of Pact of Negation, which, as long as we can make sure we don't lose the game to the trigger, is just a free counterspell, an upgraded version of Force of Will. And then Intervention Pact, as long as we don't lose a game to it, is a way we can prevent damage, stay alive, kind of stall out while we're looking to get our Chance for Glory extra turns going. And then combined with our Pact of Negation Intervention Pact, we have another slightly different pact, and Demonic Pact is our last you lose the game card. So Demonic Pact is actually really spicy with Chance for Glory. So the enchantment comes down, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to choose a choice that hasn't been chosen. Either 4 damage to a target and you gain 4 life, you draw 2 cards, or your opponent discards 2 cards, and then you lose the game. So the idea in this deck is we're going to be able to get a ton of advantage from Demonic Pact. Like, all those options are really, really good. The problem is you got to make sure you don't lose the game to it, and we can even speed up our Demonic Pacts with Chance for Glory, where we're able to take those extra turns to make more choices more quickly without our opponent untapping, and draw some cards, and then maybe hit another Chance of Glory and cast that, and then make our opponent discard, and then cast another Chance of Glory and deal some damage. And as long as we don't lose the game to the you lose the game part of the card, it is an incredibly powerful way to generate advantage, and even a finisher. If we have 4 Demonic Pacts throwing damage at our opponent's face, pretty good way to close out the game. So those are our lose the game cards. But to be able to play these cards, we need ways to not lose the game to our own cards. So number 1 in ways to not lose the game is Madcap Experiment for Platinum Angel. We actually did this trick in our Against the Odds deck, and it's one of the best ways to not lose the game. You just play Madcap Experiment. If you have no other artifacts in your deck, you know you're getting Platinum Angel. Sure, you're taking a ton of damage, maybe going into negative life totals, but that doesn't really matter because you can't lose the game. And then if we can Chance of Glory, we make our Platinum Angel indestructible, which is really devastating, and some decks just cannot beat an indestructible Platinum Angel. We also have 3 copies of Angel's Grace, which is a one-shot you can't lose the game effect. So it's 1 mana, it's uncounterable thanks to Split Second, so we just wait until we're about to lose the game to our Chance for Glory and cast our Angel's Grace, or our Demonic Pact and cast our Angel's Grace, or whatever Pact of Negation Intervention Pact we happen to be playing. So those are our ways to not die. As far as the rest of the creatures / finishers in our deck, Goblin Rabblemaster, really sweet with Chance for Glory. It's such a fast clock, we can play it quickly thanks to Simian Spirit Guide, ramping it out. And if we can make this indestructible, it's just making a goblin and attacking for huge chunks of damage every single turn. So a really powerful finisher in conjunction with our chance for glory. And then for removal, we have 4 lightning helixes and 2 anger of the gods as a sweeper. Knight's Whisper keeps us drawing through our deck. 2 mana draw 2, really good. Losing life is a drawback, but we have so many cards to keep us from losing the game that hopefully this drawback isn't all that relevant. Like if we have a Platinum Angel out, sure, we're losing life, we're going to negative life totals, but we don't really care because we're not losing the game anyway. As far as the mana base, this is where we can kind of see the budgetness of the deck. City of Brass taps for any color. It does deal damage to us, but again, if we have a Platinum Angel going, losing life doesn't matter. Temple of Malice, Temple of Silence, a little bit slow with their tapness, but being able to scry is powerful, making sure we hit our right cards in the right order, find our extra turn spells, find our ways to not lose a game to our extra turn spells, some other dual lands, some pain lands, some basic lands. In the sideboard, we get a couple other super sweet payoffs for our main plan. Harmless Offering to give our opponent our demonic back, make them lose the game because they're not protected by our Angel's Graces and so forth or Platinum Angels. Lich's Mastery, another you can't lose the game effect, and we do have some life gain in our deck, like Lightning Helix can draw us cards, and we have some more in our sideboard. Inquisition to deal with stuff in our opponent's hand, a bunch of stuff for aggro, Dawn Charm, kind of a fog, and also a weird sort of counter spell for certain things that are targeting us. Timely Reinforcements, really sweet with our Lich's Mastery, so many cards being drawn. Wrath of God to deal with our opponent's board, Ravenous Trap for graveyards, decks like Dredge, Wear Tear for artifacts and enchantments, and that is the insanity of glorious Pacts for Modern. And that's been our somewhat budget-friendly instant deck tech for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.